Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Sportcat's Daily Gazette, live across Australia on Dare Media Group radio stations. News, weather.
And somehow it all makes sense. Sort of. For more information, go to daremediagroup.com.au.
The boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Yes, you have the one, the only Sportcat. Me and Brenda are here for the next 2 hours on WRQX and live on Dare Talk Radio in Australia, Radio X, Country X, and the Oldies X. So we are live all across Australia. We encourage our dear friends to come over and join our chat here on the Sportcat shows. We already got Brenda. Who else do we got in here? Oh, yeah. Make sure everybody hit that like button, share it out, and please subscribe. And Chris is here. And let me start playing this before I bring Brenda out.
The views, opinions, and satirical content expressed in Sportcat are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson, and do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show. This show is intended for entertainment purposes only. Please note, satire and humor, all commentary, especially on news, sports, and entertainment, is presented in a satirical manner. Statements made on this show should not be taken as factual reporting or professional advice.
That's right. I am not a scientist.
Unless it comes from my dog. Believe what he says.
Yeah.
I was sitting here looking for my nightshirt, right? And I'm looking, I'm like, I know I set it on the bed. Apparently I left it hanging. And I just looked over to see what the dog was doing, and he must have came over and grabbed it, dragged it off the bed, dragged it across the floor, and now it is in his little bed over here, and he's sleeping on it while he was laying on it.
All right. How are you, Brenda?
I'm okay. It's the weather's killing me.
It's cold. It's cold. It was 23 this morning at 9 a.m. I am not built for this. Move me to Florida. So
our high is supposed to be 68 today, but it's going to drop real low. As of tonight, it's going to be even worse. They're preparing us for an outage on internet and an outage on whatever else. But I don't mind the cold. But did you see what I posted on my Facebook? I posted the weather and said, "Can somebody go get our groundhog out of the bar, please?"
Somebody send this Yankee weather back to the north. Yeah. This might be a good time to make the announcement. Yeah, if the severe weather hits as expected, Brenda will probably be knocked out tomorrow. I'm questionable, so I don't think tomorrow will get me. It'll probably get you tomorrow. So if you don't see us or hear us for a couple of days, you know why. We've been taken over by the Yankee dander in the
I mean,
the cold.
Don't get me wrong. I totally enjoyed living in my car for 7 days. Like I said, it was like camping. But at least here we've got something different. Like I've got a barbecue and I have a fire pit in my backyard. So we can always throw logs in there and go sit around it. That's nice. But
that's right. Death is cold.
Goes into the cold. There's darkness in your...
No, it's not cold. Are you cold? No, I'm not cold.
You will be. You will be. Yeah, it's it was 23 this morning. No, I don't want this. Keep it. Send it back north. So.
But here you go. It does snow occasions out there. Okay. So there's not really much danger out there other than the fact that you guys are going to freeze to death. But here, people are stupid. They get ice on the ground and they think they can drive on it.
You
and
can't.
A couple of years ago, we had a minivan parked on top of a guardrail. I mean, it couldn't have been placed up there any better had it not been lifted and set down. And I wanted to know who the parking attendant was because that was a great job. but they get stupid, and they speed, and then they slide into people's houses, and I'm like,
yep,
a bunch of idiots.
You can't drive in the ice. And our governor has us prepared. We have like 70,000 gallons of salt for the state. So
yeah. they lay sand here. They throw sand out of a truck at you.
We're not prepared for this. Our governor, he is yet to declare a state of emergency.
Ours did.
I'm really surprised. Yeah, it to the states west of us. I think Alabama has. Most of them has. I guess they're waiting for the 5 o'clock weather briefing, because we could either get hit really hard or we could get nothing at this moment, because the Appalachia is trying to keep it over there for us, but there's it's just going to be a mess. I would rather have the snow. If it's going to be this cold, at least be snow. Yeah.
Well, right now we have
Chris says 32 degrees there, feels like 70. Yeah, well,
it's 67 here right now.
It's 51. I just looked
but it'll start going down here in a little bit.
Of course, my frame over here says it's 49, so we'll just take 50. So, but that's our high. So yeah, it's gonna suck. I really, all jokes aside, I really don't mind the cold as much as I do the ice. Now, since I don't have to work in it anymore, I don't know why I really let it bother me. Although Mrs. Sportcat, she's essential for the OR, so I've already told her. I said, you're going to be written up. She's like, why? I was like, I'm going to take your keys. You can't drive when there's nothing on the ground. Just because you got a Nissan doesn't mean you can get out there and go in it. Your little scooter ain't going to work.
She can go now and just spend the weekend there.
I've done that too many times. I've been on duty for a week at a time, and no, not a fan. And the shitty part is they don't even pay you overtime. You get comp time. It's like, and if when they declare the emergency over, it's your shift, you still have to work your 24-hour shift, and you only get 2 days off. So no, and no, I will pass on it. So,
well, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that, but I woke up to that. Our governor this morning, he put out a state of emergency so we can prepare for this weekend and the rest of the week.
I think our governor is waiting till the 5 o'clock briefing, so it's a little closer. I mean, they've already basically done it. They just haven't done the formal part. So, but we'll wait and see. I'll have my own ice protest. Yeah, that's right. I don't know. If it's going to be this cold, send me to Greenland. I was laying in bed this morning looking at the news, and I was like, oh, all this Greenland stuff. Let me just go over and see how cold it is there. It's like -40. I'm like, I'm bitching about 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bitching about 25. Maybe a hard pass on it.
Glenn would be like, I want a heater and a fireplace in every freaking room, including the bathroom.
I've really been studying up on my Greenland knowledge, because it sounds more and more like we're going to get it, buy it, take it. I don't know what we're going to do, but it sounds more and more. But their system, of course, now keep in mind they only have like 60,000 residents up there, but their system social wise is better than ours. Basically, the main industries are like whale hunting and seal hunting. So I was like, well, rules me out. I wouldn't do either of those. But yeah, their social system is much better than ours.
Yeah, they all get along. They work together. They're not trying to kill each other and cut each other's throats.
You kind of have to. So, but yeah, they've only got like hospitals. The fire department is paid, but it's also volunteer. It's a unique system, and we would just go in and fuck it all up. So I mean, let's just be honest about it.
Well, no, I've heard some of them say at least they know that if America takes it, they get better health care. So maybe their health care sucks there.
Well, it's not that their healthcare sucks. It's they've only got like 4 or 5 hospitals. And so if you go to your local hospital, you'll probably end up being flown to a bigger hospital, depending on what your medical emergency is. So, yeah, I don't know. But I was looking. So I don't know. I'm going to research my paramedic in case I decide to go Arctic and go off the grid. Sat through 3 hours of class last night. Oh, such fun. So I've only got I'm 10% there, so I've got 30 hours to do. Jesus.
Yeah, I got a question while we're sitting here.
All right, go for it. Since
okay.
we're just mixing.
So on my show, I have an intro and a outro that I want to go back to using, but I need to have the pictures and one little part of it taken out. So is it possible to slice it and put the very beginning with the rest of it?
Depending on the beat of it. I mean, sometimes you can, like, for instance, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I did for the radio show, I did this one for the Thin Line Rock Station. It's got a cut in the middle of it.
Tune into the Sportcat Show only on the Thin Line Rock Station. Join us for lively discussions, expert insights, and a whole lot of fun. So grab your favorite drink, sit back, and enjoy the ride. The Sportcat Show, only on the Thin Line Rock Station.
Yeah, it's
Don't miss it.
It merged pretty flawlessly. So it just depends on where you're making the cut.
Yeah, because I like the video on it, and I liked the tune, but I had to remove it because Susie didn't like it. So...
She's not a part of your show anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Right. So I wanted to use it, but I need to have it starts in the beginning and says welcome to, and then I want to have the part where it has to meet the host, and it has me and it has Susie, and then I want those cut out.
Cap cut. That's what I would use. Cap cut. That's what I've been using. So yeah, just play with it. You can figure it out. All right. Well, let's it's 2:14 local here in Atlanta, New York time. LA, well, we're gonna get into you here in just a minute. Denver, you're 12:14. Chicago, 1:14. Let's see, for our friends down in Perth, it is 3:14 in the morning. Good morning, Sydney. It's already tomorrow, 6 a.m. What's wrong with you guys and gals? So, and for our future state, where is it? I got it on here. It is 4:14 in the evening. So there you go. I'm not opposed to. I don't know. We'll talk about Greenland. It's a lot in the news. If you went outside and looked up, 9% is what the moon is coming back to. We're headed to the winter moon, and it's coming quick, very quick. So, yeah, I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for it at all. All right, so let's see here. Well, the sun is running 11 minutes, 28 seconds behind. So that means we're actually only 10 minutes into the show. So there you go. None of these things ever move. I don't have to figure this thing out. So, all right, Brenda, you're awake today. What trivia do you want to do? Let's see. I can already pretty much rule this one out, so we'll just move on from here.
Let me see this one. What do we got? Oh, okay, this one.
We've got everything. We've got, let's see, the newest spaghettification and meatballs. I have no idea what that is. Chris says, I would just insert pictures of Andy where cuts are made. Is Andy listening today? Have you messaged him?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him today. I did
Dukes
send
of
him
Hazzard theme song. We could try that one.
What is it?
Dukes of Hazzard theme song? I don't know. Let me see. You got to write stuff. Yeah, no, I'm not writing anything in it. Oh, wait a minute. Can you click? Yeah, you can click it in there. So it's asking you to fill out the song. We could do that one if you wanted to.
The whole song?
No, it's only it's a brief song. So yeah, you wanna try it? So
Yeah, we can try it. What the heck?
All right, so we start off with, I feel like I need to have that playing so that we know what the hell it is. Let's see if I can find while you're studying there, while you're looking for, don't Google it.
You can't play it. You'll get a strike.
Yeah, that's true. Whoa, that was loud.
Yeah, it was. I'm wearing earbuds. That was really loud.
There we go.
Don't get a copyright.
I'll just stop it right there. So we know it's just the good old boys to start with.
Yeah.
How do you do this? Just the good old boys. Where's old boys? It's over here somewhere. Old boys. Do you just drag it? Oh, I like this one. Just a good old boys, never meaning no harm, beats all you ever seen, been in trouble with the law since the day they were born. All right, let's see if I can find that. I kind of like this. Was born, is that right? I guess since the day they was born. Blank curves, yeah. Blank curves. Mountain curves. Anybody? Been in trouble with the law since they was born. And then blank curves, yeah. Blank hills.
What are options?
Well, we have know how, understand, a showing, mountains, more. What is that? Law, way, mama loves me, my face, TV, their way, straightening the curves. That's I am the law a little bit in flattening. So I'm going to go with straightening the curves.
Okay.
How about flattening the hills? What do you think? Flatten the hills. Someday the law, I saw that somewhere up there. Someday the law might get, this is probably where goes. Get them, I guess. Get them. If anybody has any suggestions here.
I don't know. This thing has me all fucked up. I got the song in my head, but you lost me on the curves on the mountain.
Someday the law, but the law will never. Oh man, flattening the hills. Yeah, I got that. Flattening the hills. Someday the law might get them, but something never will. Someday.
Give me the options.
Okay. Know how, understand, a showing, mountain, more, way, mama loves me, my face, TV, their way, that's, I may, the law, and a little bit. So far we've got just the good old boys, never meaning no harm, beats all you ever saw, been in trouble with the law since they was, and I'm putting born there, so I'm assuming that's right, straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the law might get them, but blank never will. Mountain might get them, but the mountain might get them. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Okay, I can go with that. Someday the law might get them, but the law, where's mountain? Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will.
Yeah.
Making a blank, the only blank they know how.
Okay, the blank they know how is way.
Making the blank the only way they know how. Is that right? All right. Yeah. No, wait a minute. Does it not go there? Okay, it did go there. Making blank understand the only way they know how. Making, oh man, this is harder than I thought. Know how, understand, a showing, more, mama loves me, my face, TV, their way, that's, I may, the law, a little bit.
Make their way the only way they know how.
Making their way, okay, the only way they, well, come on, get over there. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a blank, or that's just blank more than blank will allow. This was harder than I thought. I thought I know this song, but apparently I don't. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just blank. More than blank will allow.
That's just
That's just a blank. Know how, understand, a showing more. Mama loves me, my face, TV. That's I'm the way a little bit. We thought we knew this, didn't we?
Well, it's not that. It's just as cut up as it is. I'm over here trying to remember. Okay.
Yeah, well, Mountain might get them, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a...
Stop right there. That's just a blank. And then what's the next word?
More than.
That's
just a blank. More than blank will allow.
Okay, well, let's work on the first blank. What are the options? That's
know how, understand, a showing, more, mama loves me, my face, TV. That's I may, the law, a little bit. Okay, so I think that's just a little bit more than.
Yeah, a little bit.
The law will allow. Okay, we got that. Making their only way the only way they blank. Yeah, I guess that's know how. All right, so it's coming together. Yeah. I'm blank or blank just a little bit blank than the law will. That's let's see, Chris says that's just a little bit more than the law will allow. That's right. Making their way the only way they know how. Blank just a little bit. Blank the law will allow. Let's see. Mama loves me, my face, TV. That I'm assuming that's just a little bit. That's just a little bit blank than the law will allow. How about more? Just a little bit more than the law will allow.
Is more up there?
And I think this is I'm a good old boy. It's the only thing it can really be at this point. You know my blank.
Jet.
You know my blank. Mama, you know my mama loves me, but she don't understand. How about that? You know my mama loves me, but she doesn't understand.
She don't understand, yeah.
They keep blank. It's either a showing, my face, or TV. They just keep a showing, my face, they keep a showing, my face. They keep a showing my hands and not my face on TV. All right, so let's look at this. How do we think we did? Just a good old boys, never meaning no harm.
I think it sounds good.
Beats all you ever saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, yeah, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how, that's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Making their only way they know how, yeah, that's just a little bit more than the law will allow. I'm a good old boy. You know, mama loves me, but she don't understand. They keep showing my hands and not my face on TV. All right. You think that's it?
Sure. Yes.
Let's see how bad we did here. Hey, we got 100 on that. So,
holy shit, mackerel.
Yeah. The Dukes of Hazzard ran on CBS from 1979 to 85, 7 seasons, 147 episodes. Oh wow! So we did pretty good. The chat helped us too. So there you go.
I'm gonna find a way to turn that damn thing down. I'm gonna crap my pants one day. That is loud.
Yeah, that's loud. All right, let's move on here. We got some news to get to. So
okay.
Let's see. What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a bicycle and a poorly dressed man on a unicycle? Well, the only difference is their clothes, right? I mean, what's the difference between a well-dressed man on a bicycle?
One's taller than the other. I don't know.
Attire. So I guess I was close. Attire.
Attire. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll give that one a thumbs up. So, bread in circuses. 2nd century Roman poet Giovanni coined the phrase meaning to generate public approval and prevent unrest, providing diversion, distraction, and satisfying the most basic needs of the populace, such as food and entertainment. Bread in circuses. So I guess that's what our government does. They give us bread and they entertain us. Jesus Christ. They're entertaining us here in the States. That's for sure.
The world is a circus.
This day in 1977, U.S. President Jimmy Carter pardons the Vietnam draft dodgers. This pardoned those that had violated the draft between August of 64 and March of 73. It's estimated that 500,000 men had dodged the draft. However, this did not pardon military personnel who went AWOL. Wow, that's a whole generation from 74 to 73. Wow. Vietnam War, the Battle of Quezon. North Vietnam launched an attack on the U.S. on this day in 1968. The U.S. Marine base near Laos, in what was one of the longest sieges of the war. It lasted until July 9th. During this time, the bases and outposts were subject to constant North Vietnamese artillery, mortar, and rocket attacks. The Air Force defended the base by dropping over 100,000 tons of bombs and 158,000 artillery rounds. Both sides claimed victory after the U.S. withdrew. The North Vietnamese claimed that the victory for causing the evacuation, while the U.S. claimed victory, citing they withdrew because the base was no longer needed.
All right, then.
It seems as though we have a history of that. We just pull out broken arrow. I just made it funny.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
A broken arrow nuclear incident. This day in 1968, radiation from 4 hydrogen bombs is released into the atmosphere when a U.S. Air Force B-52 carrying them crashed near Greenland. Hey, there you go. The cabin fire forced the crew to abandon the aircraft before they could make an emergency landing at Fuel. I think that's the new Space Force Air Base. 6 crew members ejected safely, but one who did not have an ejection seat was killed while trying to bail out. When the abandoned bomber crashed onto the sea ice, the conventional high explosive components of the nuclear bomb detonated, spreading radioactive contamination. The fire started when a heater malfunction caused 3 cloth-covered foam cushions placed on a heater vent to ignite. The cushions had been placed on the vent by one of the pilots. It was designated as a broken arrow accident, which is an accident involving nuclear weapons, but which does not present a risk of war. So we actually just bombed Greenland by mistake. We're sorry. We didn't mean it.
Now we want it back.
We're sorry we bombed you. This day in 1959, Alfalfa, the child actor Carl Switzer, who played Alfalfa in The Little Rascals, is shot to death after attacking a man with a knife during an argument over $50. He'd been training a hunting dog for Moses Stills. When the dog escaped, Switzer paid a reward for his recovery and believed that Stills should reimburse him. When he confronted the Stills about the reward money, a fight ensued, and Stills shot and killed him. It was judged to be self-defense in 2001. Wow, that took that long. 2001. When did this happen?
I mean, now they're all dead, the dog included.
Wow. Scuffle ensued. A shot was fired into the ceiling. Corrigan was struck in the leg by a fragment. He said, well, We shot Tommy enough, all of this, and that stating that leaves him still shot. Wow. I didn't know this history. This was January 21st of 1959, and then in 2001, it was ruled self-defense. That's a long-ass time.
Oh, God.
Jesus
You've got to
Christ.
be joking.
Ah, well.
What, somebody stumbled across this in the cold case files?
That's the message there is don't shoot alfalfa. So natural born killers. 19-year-old Charles Starkweather and his 14-year-old girlfriend Carol began a killing spree, killing mother, father, and stepfather and their 2-year-old daughter. On January 21st, 1958, parents had expressed disapproval of her relationship with Starkweather and told him to stay away from her. Well, that's probably he should have had a better gun. Starkweather then fatally shot them and strangled their 2-year-old daughter. He later claimed Fugit, which was the girlfriend, was present for the murders, but she claimed she arrived later and told her that he was holding them hostage, and she believed they were still alive. They stayed at the home until January 27th, leaving shortly before the police arrived after having been alerted by a suspicious grandmother. They began a killing spree, killing 7 other people. They were apprehended on the 29th. He'd also killed a gas station attendant in the previous November. He claimed that she had participated in the murders, while she claimed she was a hostage and didn't know anyone. He was executed in 1959. She was sentenced to life in prison, but released in 1976 after serving 17 and a half years. Their murder inspired the film Natural Born Killers. Did you know that?
Well, I knew Natural Born Killers was some kind of inspiration to some true story, but I didn't know who they were. I was thinking it was on the lines of more like Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, apparently it started because he was doing a 14-year-old girl. So.
Oh, well. Well, there's a reason to go start this.
Yeah, women will always get you in trouble. That's the moral of that story. Piece of ass is not worth dying for. Patsy Cline wins TV talent show. This day in 1957, future country music star Patsy Cline won TV Arthur Godfrey's talent scout with the song Walkin' After Midnight. The song went on to become her top 10 hit. This day in 1954, the USS Nautilus is launched. It is the first nuclear submarine. It was attended by Dwight D. Eisenhower and his wife, Mamie. Become the first submarine to complete a submerged transit of the North Pole in 1958. It was the first nuclear-powered warship. The first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier was the Enterprise, commissioned in 1961. My dad was on the 67, the Kennedy. Flag of Quebec, this day in 1948. The Fleur de Lis is adopted by the province by the government of Quebec, January 21st, and is celebrated as Quebec's Flag Day. It was the first provisional flag actually adopted in Canada. We'll change that. So, we'll change that too. Ban on allowing women to smoke. This day in 1908, the Sullivan Ordinance is passed in New York City by the Board of Aldermen, or is that Aldermen, I guess, banning the management of public places from allowing women to smoke there. Didn't actually ban women from smoking, but banned the management from allowing it. The following day, Katie Macaulay became the only person cited for breaking the ordinance. She was fined $5 for smoking in public and then arrested when she refused to pay the fine. But since the ordinance itself did not mention fines, nor did it ban women from smoking in public, she was released the next day. The whole incident started when a city alderman, Timothy Little Tim, it's always Little Tim, Sullivan, heard that certain restaurants in New York City would permit women to smoke in their establishments during the upcoming New Year's Eve celebration and into the new year. He felt that the practice of women smoking was unseemly and immoral and proposed the ordinance. It passed unanimously, but was vetoed 2 weeks later by the mayor. They've always had overstretching laws up there, haven't they? So, Virginia, you're doubting. You're seriously sad about what you've done. This day in 1861, Jefferson Davis, in what he later described as the saddest day of his life, resigns from the U.S. Senate and returns to Mississippi following its succession from the Union earlier that month. He became president of the Confederacy the following month. He'd previously served as the U.S. Secretary of War. So maybe that's in Timmy's future. So Pluto, this day in 1930. The dwarf, why are we calling it a dwarf? I'm really annoyed by this. Dwarf planet when I was raised. So photos we're taking of it. 1930. We can't get a picture of a goddamn comet, but 1930 we have pictures of Pluto. Man, I'm going to go in a rage. So Chris says it must have been illegal in the 1800s to look at the camera when someone took a photograph. Chris, I think there actually was some, it wasn't that it was illegal, but they believed that it would steal your soul or something like that. There was something about it. I remember reading about that. So they were like, because they believed you were stealing time because you had to stand still for so long back then. It had something to do with stealing your soul or something, some weird thing. I don't know. I don't remember. The Kiwanis Club was founded this day in Detroit in 1915. First novel written in America by an American author. This day in 1789, The Power of Sympathy is published by Sarah Whitworth Morton. Is now credited to her neighbors. So I guess she stole it. So
she stole it. All right.
I guess. This day in 1785, the Chippewa, Delaware, Ottawa, and Wyandotte Indians cede their land south of the Ohio to the U.S. with the Treaty of Fort McIntosh. The treaty created a large Indian reservation out of Ohio country. It was comprised about 1/3 of modern-day Ohio in the northwest and a wedge of eastern Indiana extending to Kikanoga, the future Fort Wayne. The tribes also ceded the areas surrounding Fort Detroit and Fort Michilimackinac, I'm probably pronounced that wrong, to the U.S. and gave captives taken in the raids during the frontier. So, see, just like that, we built a fort and boom, there we were. We were there. So,
and we took it. That's what we did. We took it.
Pretty much. Birthdays today. Paul Allen, the co-founder of Microsoft, born this day in 1953. The famous Wolfman Jack, born this day in 1938. Wolfman Jack, the disc jockey, known for his gravelly voice and his role himself in American Graffiti. That's it. I need to have somebody write a book for me or a movie for me. Steve Reeves, he was an American actor and bodybuilder. He was Mr. America in 1947, Mr. World in 48, and Mr. Universe in 50. He was the highest paid actor in Europe for Hercules in 1958, born this day in 1926. Grigory Rasputin, a Russian mystic monk known as the Mad Monk. He held a psychotic, I read that wrong. He held a hypnotic influence over the Russian emperor and empress Nicholas II in Alexandria. Notoriously corrupt, he was killed by a Russian nobleman. See, right there. That's why they didn't look at the camera. Look at that. That guy's, there's something wrong with him. So. Israel Zangwill, born this day in 1864, a English-born writer, Zionist. Use of the term melting pot to describe America's absorption of immigrants was popularized by Zangwill's play, The Melting Pot. So there you go. Started in 1864. Stonewall Jackson, born this day In 1824, the Confederate Civil War general, he was shot by friendly fire, required the amputation of his left arm. He died 8 days later from pneumonia. They have his arm buried in one place and him in another in Virginia. So
I know how that feels. I have a leg buried somewhere else. And,
I thought you just pickled yours. So John Fitch, a steamboat pioneer, born this day in 1743. He designed steamboats, the first commercial steamboat. So he launched his first one in 1787. Christopher John Bollig, born this day in 1989, an American ancestor. His birth made 109-year Augusta Bunge a great-great-great-great-grandmother. This made for more generations alive in a single family. Jesus Christ. How do you determine that? I don't know how you determine that.
Does it go by how many grandkids you actually have?
Mrs. Sportcat on Ancestry.com, she goes way back. She can't find the Jacksons, so we're a little elusive. So Charlotte Ross, born this day in 1968, from an actress from Days of Our Lives. Never seen it. Robbie Benson, born this day in 1956, an American actor. I don't know what he was famous. I don't know any of those movies. Gina Davis, born this day in 1956. Tootsie, The Fly, Beetlejuice, Thelma and Louise, and The Accidental Tourist. She was an actress. Billy Ocean, he was a British singer, songwriter, musician. Caribbean Queen, #1 hit in 1984, and Loverboy in 1984. I'm sorry. Yeah, both were in 1984. So, or no Caribbean Queen. Loverboy, I got confused with the band Loverboy. I'd have to go listen to it. Jill Elkenberry from Law and Order, an actress, born this day in 1947. Charles Britton, a British guitarist with the Trogs, known for Wild Thing, born 1944. Jack Nicklaus, we know him as an American golfer, 6 times Master winner, 5 times PGA Player of the Year, born this day in 1940. Benny Hill, an English comedian, singer. His grandfather and father had both been circus clowns, born this day in 1924. I remember trying to get them in black and white on the rabbit ears coming out of stations in Maryland. They wouldn't show them in Virginia. You had to get probably wasn't illegal signals, but we were trying to get them because it showed girls. Telly Savalas, born this day in 1922. He was known for what was a cop show? Kojak. He was the detective from 1973 to 78, but he was in a bunch of other movies. The Dirty Dozen, I remember him from that. 1922. Barney B. Clark, and dentist. He was the first ever to have an permanent artificial heart. Successfully implanted December 2nd, 82. Karl Walenda, a German-American tightrope walker. The Great Walendas died at the age of 73 from a 100-foot fall during a performance in Puerto Rico. Born this day in 1905. So, the first use of laughing gas as dental anesthesia. Horace Wills, born this day in 1815. He was the first to use nitrix. Yeah, it's funny how long that's been around. 1815. And John Fremont, born this day in 1813, American explorer, map maker, governor of Arizona, and senator of California. Well, he got around. And then military governor of California. He explored the West. He was the first Republican candidate in 1856 for U.S. president. He was court-martialed and convicted of mutiny by the U.S. Army in 48 over a dispute of who was military governor of California. President Polk commuted his sentence of honorable discharge and reinstated him into the Army. So he freed the slaves in Missouri. And for this, the U.S. President Abraham Lincoln relieved him of his command. That guy had a hell of a life, didn't he? He was all over the damn place. So, yeah. Cool. And I don't remember reading about him. Falling 100 foot to your death is bad. Falling 100 foot in that pink satin suit, well, embarrassing. Yeah, Chris, you're right. But at least as he went down, he didn't have much wind resistance. So.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's zip through this. I don't think there's much in here. Yeah, we'll just skip through all this. I don't think there's that much we haven't already covered. Oh, the first case of COVID this day on January 21st in the U.S. Yeah, well, that was only a few years ago. January 21st of 2020. Well, it's National Personalized Learning Day. Squirrel Appreciation Day. Brenda, do you appreciate your squirrels?
Squirrel!
Well, as Brenda did. It's Grandma Day, International Play Day, International Sweatpants Day. Brenda celebrates that frequently. Maracha Day, Museum Selfie Day, National Bakers Craft Makers Day, National Check Your Coverage Day. Yeah, I got to start doing that. National Cheesy Socks Day. National Conscious Uncoupling, National Granola Day. It's Hug Your Puppy Day, and it's Hug Day. It's National Hug Day. One-Liner Day. Chris, it's your day. It's One-Liner Day. Our Lady of Alta Gracia Day. Own Your Own Home Day. Yeah, well. Thank Your Mentor Day and Weedless Wednesday. Brenda, do you celebrate Weedless Wednesday?
No, I can't say that I ever have.
National Hyaluronic. I don't know. It's an acid day. What the hell? So appreciate your squirrel, though, Brenda. You can do that. So, and hug your puppy.
I'm telling you, I can't. He's on the floor. I can't reach him.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Well, it's New England Clam Chowder Day. Do you like clam chowder, Brenda?
Yeah, I do.
Really? I've only had it like once, and it was just meh. I wasn't a fan.
My grandma used to make it homemade, and it was spectacular. And I never got the recipe because my mother never got it from her, and so that kind of died out with my grandma. But I do like it. I don't like the brown sauce one. I like the white, thicker sauce.
I think I've only had the white. So 57 days until spring arrives. So you're going to suffer through.
All right.
22nd or 32nd day of winter. It's coming in with a bang for us here in Georgia. All right. As we were coming on live, LA, well, all hell's breaking loose in LA. An immigration officer was injured during a targeted Los Angeles area operations. A Customs and Border Patrol officer was injured during the operation, but they are not releasing the extent of his details. The ICE officer. South Los Angeles, it unfolded in Compton, which is a city south of LA, as immigration enforcement officers attempted to arrest William Eduardo Moran Carbala, who was described as a, quote, violent criminal from El Salvador, according to the Department of Homeland Security. Shortly after 7 a.m. local time, he attempted to flee from immigration officers and weaponized his vehicle and rammed law enforcement, according to DHS. A federal officer or agent fired shots at him who was not injured. A Customs and Border Patrol officer involved in the operation was injured during the ordeal, but the extent of the injuries is not clear, and the situation is evolving. He was a known human smuggler, 2 prior arrests for inflicting corporal injury on spouse or cohabitant, according to DHS, and had been ordered removed in 2019. LA County Sheriff's deputies responded and secured the scene in the area. A damaged BMW appeared to have crashed into a curb with a deployed airbag on the driver's side. The intersection where it took place, a man could be heard live streaming, shocker, shouting in the background federal agents to get out of the neighborhood while onlookers are starting to gather. And last I checked, the crowd has grown quite large. So there you go. Let's see. Denise says, does anyone else get upset with this news and what's going on? Sometimes I could scream. Yes, yes, often. So, she would be a fan of the Browns. I don't understand that. Well, no, I understand it, but I don't understand why Brenda's not a fan of the Browns. I didn't know it come in brown, to be honest. So,
what?
Clam chowder. So,
oh,
Writer's Log says about half Oz of the good stuff in my room. Haven't smoked since October. Well, I did in high school, and I had an asthma attack, so haven't smoked since. Let's see. Emergency crews rescue 3 lost hikers in Vermont on a mountaintop in Stowe. That's the message. Emergency crews who rescued 3 hikers who were lost on the mountain in freezing temperatures. It's a bad day to go for a hike, especially up that far north. It says, we were called out after dark yesterday to assist 3 lads who had launched into a hike up Mount Mansfield, unaware of the enormity of what they were taking on, according to Stowe Mountain Rescue. They hiked the bulk of, quote, Hellbrook Trail, but managed to lose their way and found themselves in the wilds below Adam's Apple in Ron's Toblin's neck of the woods. Emergency crews responded. The hikers called for assistance. They were darked out and lost and starting to seriously feel the cold. They sent the hikers a Snapchat of their location so they could see how to get back on the trail. We then coached them through downloading the mapping app Gala to take the guesswork out of it. This got them successfully moving all the way to Taft Lodge, where we intercepted them. They were essentially saved by first responders who acted safely. So we put crampons, I don't know what the hell that is, on their frozen feet, headlamps on their head, and poured electrolytes into them and gave them extra clothes, then kicked them out. No, then escorted them back down to the mountain resort. So this rescue illustrates the important, and I'm only highlighting this because this is going to be crucial. This type of thing could happen in the South. So winter hiking is not something to do on a whim. A map and awareness of the weather and terrain are essential. Likewise, warm clothing, sturdy 4-season boots, plus spikes on or crampons. I don't know what a crampon is. You need calories, water, emergency shelter, a first aid kit, fire starting kit, spare cell phone battery bank with the first aid kit. First responders are saying a headlamp. Getting swallowed by darkness at elevation is not fun. So they download recommending a mapping app such as Gala or Caltop. So you can do that from the comfort of your sofa. And you should also have a backup. Does anybody still have a Brenda, do you have a paper map and a compass? So everybody should have a paper map and compass. Even if you live in the city, you should have that. But we're talking about that because
and an atlas.
Yeah. And you can go to most city council or not city council, city or county websites and download a map. But you can also, in most areas, request them send you one. And of course, state maps are still given out all the time. So Writer's Log says they give you grips for ice. So I guess they're kind of like the things that you see with the little claws on the feet. I guess that's what that is. So, but yeah, if you're going to go out in this weather, make sure you are prepared because it's going to be bitterly cold here in the South. And in fact, the storm is so bad, they're going to send the hurricane hunters into it. Now, Brenda, I was going to send you on your conspiracy theory. Does that mean they're going to also seed this to make it worse?
They probably could. They might. Yeah, all depends on how much havoc they want to cause.
Well, this is essentially going to cut the country in half. So
All right.
Yeah, a major winter storm. Overnight, the forecaster said that it shifted slightly to the north, but pretty much Virginia, Tennessee, Mississippi, Arkansas, Texas, down to the border is the dividing line of where snow, ice. And when they're talking snow and ice, they're measuring snow in feet, first off, and they're measuring ice in inches. So yeah, this is a serious storm. You need to, if you're already in Brenda's location, the Southwest, you should have been prepared, but the Midwest and the Northeast, well, get ready. And up in the New England area, they're more prepared for this. So, but us down here, no. So their confidence is pretty high that this is going to be a significant event, but they're not sure yet on the specific details of the storm track or the location. So keep up with the weather so that you can be weather aware around you. So okay, the Thin Line Rock Station just sent me a picture of it. Okay, well, I'm glad they're listening.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's little claws that you strap on your boots. That's pretty cool. So they're calling this catastrophic. 30 states are bracing for the coldest winter storm ever. Some areas could see negative 50 in the higher elevations. No, and no.
Well, I know after I'm done with this show, I'm going to get underneath my goose down blanket and my other blankets, me and the puppy, and I might stay there all weekend. It'll be nice and warm as long as I don't leave.
Yeah, there you go. Parts of New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia, the Carolinas, of course, Georgia, Oklahoma, Ohio, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, Arkansas, Michigan, Minnesota, Iowa, Kansas, the Dakotas, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New York. And then, of course, up into the New England area. You're going to be hit by this, and it's going to impact 2 million people, according to the Washington Post weather meteorology.
What about Colorado? Is Colorado just normal?
Well, I think it's the normal snow for them, but it's picking up over it's getting what's really happening is getting its warm air in the water from the Gulf of America, and well, it's going to kick our ass. But that freezing cold, I don't know where it's going to be negative 50. It's probably up Wisconsin somewhere, if I had to guess. But it's going to be cold. Going to be very cold. And for us in the South, like I said, they're not measuring the snow in inches, measuring it in feet. And we don't do too well here in the South with that. So, but the ice is going to be the worst part. So.
It just rains. You get rain on the ground, and people here in Texas don't know how to drive.
That's going to be the problem.
Be fun.
It's going to rain, turn to freezing rain, then sleet, and then snow, and that's going to put a thick glaze over everything from Texas to the Delmarva coastline, and right in the center of that band is where the worst part. From Dallas, Shreveport, Memphis, Huntsville, back down to Chattanooga, Atlanta, and then back up through the east side of the Appalachia to the Carolina coast. And
I better send Jack to the store today.
Probably should have already sent him. Yeah, probably should have already sent him. Yeah,
park the car and leave it alone.
It's too late, Brenda. You're going to die. That cold Arctic air is coming down. It's meeting not one, but two storms. And then it's getting a storm out of the Gulf of America, which was just going to be a rainstorm. But not so much anymore.
Uh-oh. Damn it.
It's going to be
my tornado siren is going off. Why is that?
Probably just testing it. Today's Wednesday. Don't they normally test on Wednesday?
Oh, wait, that one's further away. So that's Fort Hood. Mine will be louder.
Oh, okay. So, like I said, 200 million people, feet of snow. I think I heard something there. Catastrophic ice. So, this is a major winter storm. Like I said, it's the New England right down through Arizona into Texas. That whole, pretty much half the country is going to be divided in half. So they're already advising the Texas Department of Public Safety to start preparing now for extreme cold, freezing rain, ice, and snow. So you guys are telling you to get ready. You're already under a winter weather watch, Brenda. And that crippling ice. And that was one thing I heard another weatherman talking about here in the South. With as much ice as we're going to get here in the South, we don't know how long it's going to take to melt it, because the Arctic air is not going to let it come, warm up. So they're already telling you, be prepared for days without power or being able to go out and travel. This is going to shut Atlanta down probably for a week. My guess, at least a week. So Writer's Log says, layer your cotton and wool blankets, keep space heaters around from heat, of course, away from flammables. At the bottom, leave the bottom .kf your cabinets open, and consider letting your faucet drip. Buy flashlights, candles, cat litter. Sand is good for traction. And snow shovel. What's a snow shovel? Here in the South, we don't know what the hell a snow shovel is. Now in Knoxville, we do, but they were rare. But you get this far south, Atlanta, everybody's like, "What's a snow shovel?" I don't think you can I don't know if you can even buy a snow shovel at Walmart here.
Probably not here either.
I
Here
don't
we
know.
call it. We just go into like Tractor Supply and say, "I need a shovel to shovel cow shit," and that's
Atlanta.
Atlanta,
we want a flamethrower. So
yeah.
I don't know that I've ever. Now in Knoxville, I have, of course, being at the foothills of the mountains, I've seen them, but I don't know that I've ever seen a snow shovel here in a hardware store or a Walmart. Now that I think about it, I really don't. It's kind of scary. So, Tennessee Department of Transportation, they're already out loading up trucks and sanding the streets and getting ready because it's going to start in Tennessee later on the west side tomorrow night, and then it's going to move across. From America's heartland to New England. You're welcome.
Guess I better call my daddy tonight and tell him to bunker down.
Sprint Airlines are already changing things. Yeah, if you're planning on travel anywhere in the lower 48,
you're stupid.
especially if it's east of the Mississippi, just wherever, Friday in the South, wherever you are, be prepared to stay for a couple days, maybe a week. So if you're out clubbing and you go home with a guy, well, be careful. You could be stuck with him for a long time.
Make sure it's a good looking one.
And I had never heard of this, but this is trending. Exploding trees. Have you ever heard of that, Brenda?
Exploding trees.
Exploding trees. Weather experts have warned that multiple blasts of snow and ice with wind in the coming days could have catastrophic effects. They have warned that should temperatures go as low as what is feared, there could be a chance that woodlands areas starts to become dangerous. They have warned about exploding trees. So this is scary because I live on a lake area, and exploding trees are possible in the Midwest and northern plains on Friday and Saturday, as temperatures are forecasted to fall 20 degrees below zero. When trees explode, it is not a violent outburst, but happens as a result of the water inside of the tree sap, the tree freezing, and it causes them to expand, and then it explodes in what sounds like a gunshot. Well, we're in Atlanta. We hear that every day. So we're like, oh my God. The next time somebody on the neighborhood app at 3:00 in the morning, especially during this post, did you hear that? Was that a gunshot? I am now going to reply with, no, it was just an exploding tree. So I've never heard of exploding tree.
You're all right.
I have been outside a lot, not a lot during the cold. So, but I could never say that I've heard.
Chris, it usually
trees.
when it hits ground here in Texas, it usually melts, except for that one time when we were shut down for like 7 days. It stuck and it stayed there for a while.
And Chris, to answer your question, short of Amazon, no, you can't go to a Home Depot or Lowe's and buy that. It's not in this part of the country. Now they may be bringing it in for this, but it's not normally. No. So
now we will take, if Jack has to like go check the mail or I got to go outside, we'll take regular house salt and we'll salt in front of our door and down our sidewalk.
Yeah.
And that will usually work.
Yeah.
So
I've never heard of exploding trees. This is the first time in my life I've heard of exploding trees. Now,
I would like to see this, though.
From a physics point of view, it makes sense. I mean, from a physics point of view, if you have a sudden freeze and all the water in the tree freezes, because if you've been outdoors long enough, you know about water in trees and how to get water in an emergency. But if it froze in a sudden burst, yeah, I guess I could see that. I mean, I don't think it would be enough to like kill you, but
I don't think that would even happen out here. I don't even think that's possible. We don't get enough rain where our trees can absorb that much water.
Well,
so
apparently they're now warning people of exploding trees. So if anyone in our viewing audience or listening audience knows or has any information about this, email me, sportcat@protonmail.com. I would love
my
to
God, get
more.
a video of that, please. I want to watch an exploding tree. Speaking of exploding trees. Oh.
Now I will say, as a firefighter, one of the strangest calls I ever responded to, we went to a report of an explosion during a really bad storm. And we figured it was probably transformers. But when we got there, lightning had struck with such force this large oak tree that you could see a blast area, and splinters from that oak tree were embedded into vinyl siding and cinder block homes from where all the water at one time boiled and caused what they call a blevy, basically. And it was a boiling liquid explosive vapor explosion, and boom. Yeah. I mean, it literally looked like where the oak tree once stood, because there was a black charred hole where it once stood, but for the area around it, boom, nothing.
Now I want to go put a metal rod up in a tree just so I can see that happen.
It was very impressive. And in my career, that's the only time I've ever seen it. So I'd like to see an exploding tree. So, yeah. All right. So last night there was chaos in the media. I got alerted and had to turn radios on and go to X and talk to people. Air Force One, about 30 minutes into their flight, declared an emergency and made an emergency return back to Andrews Air Force. Now, normally when a plane declares an emergency, they clear the way, but they don't have to do that for Air Force One. And they communicate what resources do you need on the ground. Do you need fire, EMS? Well, when you do it for Air Force One, it becomes a bigger deal, because when the plane lands, it's a target, because at that point in time, it made an emergency landing. So they had to bring the military out to protect Air Force One when it landed. And the Secret Service, which was back home with their feet up at the White House, had to make an emergency trip back to Andrews to secure the vessel. And then after that, not only did they have to secure it once it landed because of current threats in the world situation, they had to prepare another one. And you don't just go, put a key in and start the ignition on a jet. It doesn't work that way. First off, you have to have certain, we'll get into that for a second, but you have to have all these security things checked beforehand. Now, he always travels with they call it a dummy plane, but basically it's just another one that looks like Air Force One. It's not on the radio called Air Force One, but it shadows it. So they had that. And then just prior to that, they had a military plane that was out there spotting ahead had someone waving a light and a flashlight in the ocean off of the coast of Long Island at the plane. So that also created an emergency. So they had to dispatch people to that. So for a little bit, it was chaos. But what happened was during the flight, about 30 minutes in, the power, lights, and web and everything went dark in the press area. Pilot had a fuse go off, and they detected a smell of smoke, but they didn't see anything. They made an emergency land and descent back into Andrews. They couldn't go into LaGuardia or anywhere like that because of obviously security. Right. So, yeah, so he came home abruptly because we know he was traveling to Sweden. So, yeah, around 9:30 last night, the media lost their mind because this is a big deal. It doesn't actually happen that often. In fact, they can't remember a time where it had happened. So they got him home safely, and then Press Secretary Carolyn Levitt said it was a minor electrical issue, and out of abundance of caution, because they were about to be over the ocean for a long period of time, they returned to Joint Base Air Force, where he could board a replacement aircraft. And the one he flew out of was basically just a smaller version. It was apparently there's a domestic, and I didn't know this, but there's a domestic and an international Air Force One. And it's just size. That's the only difference. But that's the other problem. Like I said, you can't just go put a key in and crank a wheel. There's only pilots that are, what are they called? Not licensed. But basically certified to be a pilot of that, can fly that. So you can't just hop from one aircraft to another. So they had to get the pilots, they had to get the crew, they had to move stuff around. So after about an hour and a half-ish, they moved him into the smaller Air Force One, which left some of the press there. Sorry, Charlie. They had to board a military military flight. Right. Not very comfortable for them. And they didn't have all their luxuries. But it took off then, and it had to probably get fueled more than the other one. It was just a smaller, it was the domestic Air Force One. So I didn't know there was a difference.
Once they fix Air Force One, then if he's already in Sweden, what'll happen is that other plane will come back, and Air Force One will go there so that they can pick him up, and he can come back and lay in his plane in the room, and
Yeah. So it was probably an uncomfortable night. He probably had to sleep on the couch. I don't know in the domestic one if there's a bedroom.
He's gonna be grumpy at Davos, ain't he?
Well,
like, look at here.
That's already started.
You know what I had to do to fly in here?
Yeah. That's already started. But we'll get to that. And let's see. Catch up the chat. Hello, Randy. Welcome to the show. Haven't seen you in a while. We missed you. So let's see. JD and Usha, Vance, announced yesterday that she is expecting the fourth child, and it will be in July. It'll be a summer baby. A lot of people commented that this was a forced pregnancy on her because of the rumors of him and Erica.
God.
That took off. So, hey, but she's also been romantically linked to Lane Kiffin and Tom Brady. So she's got good choice in men. So, but this is only the second time in U.S. history that the vice president will give birth while they're in office. So congratulations to them. It is a boy. If you know anything about them, they married in 2014. They already have 3 children. Edwin 8, Vivek 5, and Maribel 4. And the last time this happened was under President U.S. Grant in the 70s. Well, I hope you feel better, Randy. So that was announced yesterday. And then overnight, breaking news. Well, the FBI has issued subpoenas for Walz, Jacob Frey, and Keith Ellison. Apparently, like I told you yesterday, the Attorney General had been having some problems getting some subpoenas and warrants and stuff done. Apparently, she came in herself and served some of these. That's just a rumor. I haven't seen that anywhere publicly, but they said that when the governor or mayor threatens our officers well, they're going to get a subpoena to come and appear. So, but of course, the other side says it's an overreach of the U.S. government and the authoritarian tactic. So we'll see. Apparently, it's weaponizing the justice system against his opponents. I'm trying to remember when the last time that happened. Do you remember, Brenda, when the last time the justice system was... I'm not even going there. So now they're claiming that it's obviously intimidation, weaponizing of the justice.
They threatened federal officers.
Yes, they did. Yeah, we got a story about that coming up in a minute. So Chris says, my sister saw Kiffin last week at her fiance's casino restaurant with the recruits. Hush. He could be breaking some SEC rule, Chris. Hush. We don't want to talk about that. That'll probably come out. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Hey, but if so, you heard it first here on the Sportcat Daily Gazette. Right. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So, well, and we went and seized a seventh oil tanker, according to SOUTHCOM. The U.S. military seized an oil tanker in the Caribbean Sea, number 7 that we've got. So, was apprehended without incident. Was operating in defiance of President Donald Trump's established quarantine of sanctioned vessels. Joint Task Force in the Western Hemisphere. We reaffirm the security of the American people is paramount, demonstrating our commitment, safety and stability. So, number 7 was taken. It took the military working with Coast Guard about 30 minutes to drop in and pick it up. So, Chris says, you got the scoop. Hey, pictures, Chris, pictures. Let's see. And apparently Bill and Hillary are in, quote, real trouble now after refusing to comply with subpoenas. Apparently now they're going to issue warrants. It's going to come before Congress. We'll see if this happens. I think contempt of Congress, nothing's going to happen. But so they're saying that once again, they're weaponizing it, the government's justice system. So contempt proceedings are supposed to begin tomorrow, Thursday. So Democrats spent 4 years parroting no one is above the law to justify weaponizing the Justice Department against President Donald Trump during the Biden administration. The Clintons act like they are in fact above the law, and they look like they're about to learn a lesson the hard way, according to Comer. So we'll see. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing. You just watch. Nothing will happen. So, the agitators who stormed the Christian church in St. Paul. Have you followed this story, Brenda?
I didn't know there was more to it. I know they were looking into it.
Oh, there's a lot more to it.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. So it was organized by groups called the Racial Justice Network. According to Black Lives Matter, Minnesota helped with this. It was funded. They caused a disruption to the church. And of course, we know former CNN anchor Don Lemon. He's been put on notice by the Justice Department that they're looking into him. It's a violation of the KKK Act, apparently. I looked it up, and it's a thing. It's a violation because they went into a church. One of the protesters has $1 million in an anti-poverty nonprofit she runs. Yes, you heard me. A liberal activist who helped organize this against the church has raised $1 million in compensation from a tax-exempt anti-poor people nonprofit, according to her financial records. So, Nakima Levy Armstrong is one of the central figures in targeting the house of worship, and apparently has raked in $1 million profit for herself for this anti-poor. Brenda, if you're going to run an anti-poverty organization, should you be a multimillionaire?
No, I mean, you can be, better be sharing with everybody else.
I mean, but should you have made it off of the organization that you're trying to? I mean,
Absolutely not.
Seems a little bit it seems hypocritical.
Yes, hypocritical.
Yeah, there you go. Seems hypocritical. So, from 2019 to 2024, she's earned $1 million in salary as the executive director of the Wayfinder Foundation.
Well, screw her. Why doesn't she let all the property people go live with her?
It's funny. That's just funny. She's got this big salary, and anyhow, them and Black Lives Matter were part of the funded organizations that have been involved in this. So they apparently picked a church because they thought that the preacher, and I don't know if it's been founded yet, if he was a member of ICE. I don't know if he was a preacher that was a member of ICE, or if he
if he was retired, because they're so busy right now, they can't say, hey, dude, I need the day off. I got to go do my church. You know, I mean, how stupid.
According to the group, the founder or the preacher, I guess, has been a ICE field director. Supposedly the group is claiming he gets money from ICE. I guess they're saying he's probably giving up his parishioners, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I just can't see it. I mean, in this corrupt day and age, I guess anything's possible, but
that's true.
They're saying he has been an ICE field director. So in other words, they're saying he's giving up the parishioners, and that's why the group targeted the church.
Hey, maybe somebody put out a reward and he turned somebody in. You can't tell me ain't none of them would do it. Look at the millionaires that get nonprofit bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible.
Do you think they get that because they're wholesome and good people? No, they're crooked ass people.
Yeah. So I'm not saying he didn't do it, but I haven't seen yet proof of it. But that doesn't mean it's not out there. So
right.
So, one of the activists is a self-described war veteran with PTSD and has a GoFundMe page allowing people to give him money because he wants help scolding the demons for their life's bad decisions.
Oh my God. That was so easy. Why didn't
the
I
Woke
think of that?
Farmer 2 is who he goes by online, and it just gets worse and worse. That's the guy that was in there screaming. That, if you remember, he's a self-proclaimed combat infantry veteran with PTSD. He has a GoFundMe set up where he gets lots and lots of money. He went out and had his own press. How do these people have press conferences? I don't understand this. The Woke Farmer 2, he was the one that filmed himself storming the church. I would love to know what his GoFundMe's at. So, he was the one. If you saw the video, I'm not going to play it because I think it's got kids in the video, and B, I think the guy's a lunatic. So, not to mention the language. Not to mention the language.
Maybe he's that crazy. So people that donate to his GoFundMe,
he's got PTSD, and he wants people to give him money to help heal his trauma from dealing with.
I'm missing a freaking leg. I got trauma. I don't go setting up a GoFundMe. So, what the hell?
So President Trump has asked for the DOJ to look into Don Lemon. So they're going after Don Lemon too. They're using the KKK Act, which is also called the FACE Act. It prohibits intimidation of parishioners in the place of worship.
I don't even want to be seen in this world anymore.
Yeah, they won't call it the KKK Act, but this is an old law. It goes back to the Civil War because that's where
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, I mean, because the KKK Act, you couldn't go storming into church, intimidating people. So apparently, this comes from Just the News. Biden's FBI paid anti-Trump sedition hunters as informants in J6, according to Arctic Frost Probe. Memos are showing more than $100,000 in payments to informants who were members of anonymous groups tech sleuths known as the Sedition Hunters gather tech and surveillance video information, surveillance evidence during the J6 Capitol riot. So they hired people and paid them up to 100. Probably they paid people to go surf the web and pull up videos and try and figure out who they were is probably what it was. So yeah, to try and find people. So also, funny enough, this comes out today. There was also a website that said if you're going to go out and record the police, which you can legally do, there's a website set up telling you how to not get caught in the dragnet of it. In other words, when you're out there filming, you're probably giving up your location and your data unknowingly because of either drones or technology they're using to secure areas. And so they posted a video and it's a whole show. It was on a news website telling you how not to get caught. Basically, go out and film, but don't get caught. You're filming. You're right in their face. So, so apparently, Trump, during one of his speeches in the past 48 hours, got a little loose-lipped about top secret weapons, and then pulled back and said, "Well, I better not discuss it."
Oops.
Apparently, there was a secret sonic weapon that was deployed on the soldiers during the January 3rd. So, yeah. So, but apparently, there's been no talk of its actual existence. So now, apparently, our president's loose-lipped and said, "Yeah, it's something out there. It's a secret weapon. It's a drone, is what it is."
Well, and then when they went and got Moderna, they used
Moderna. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. Yeah, this is Trump give up secrets about a sonic weapon, so directed energy weapons, pain rays. So apparently, loose lips have sunk this. It'll come out. It's some type of sonic weaponry.
Targeted individuals for almost 2 years now. That weapon has been out there for a long time.
Oh, I'm sure it is. We probably got something even more dangerous we don't even know about. But apparently, Delta Force and the SEALs have some type of kinetic capability with non-lethal weaponry. So, hey, wonder if we're going to use it during the Insurrection Act. So,
we've got this one. It'll melt your ass all the way down the ground, and we'll just wash you away.
Yeah. So, that always seems to invoke Jesus, and what would he do with illegals? I've read the Bible, and Jesus was not walking around Jerusalem with $1 million in his robes. Yeah, true. So, Trump, during one of his Davos speeches, said that prosecution is coming over the 2020 election results. So he let that cat out of the bag. So, of course,
they need to hurry up and do that.
Others are saying he's targeting and weaponizing the justice system. So he keeps going on about the rigged 2020 presidential election. So
I don't want to hear about this for the next 3.5 years.
No. Well,
need to do it
whenever he has a speech, Brenda, you hear about it. I should have been president before, but it was just
I know why they're doing it. They're doing it for a reason. There's a reason behind it, but
there's a reason, because he can't give a goddamn speech without talking about himself. So that's
I'm just tired of it. Let it come out. Let it be what it is. Do whatever you got to. Just shut up about it. I'm so over it. Get this shit done that's happening today. Get the 2020 out of the way so we can concentrate on what the fuck is happening today.
But they're not. He's going to talk about it. So, in his speech at Davos, he demands Greenland and says it's a very small ask. It's a small ask, Brenda. We just want a country. Just give us a country. It's a small ask. But he has pledged that he will not take it by force. So. But he insists that it is necessary for the U.S. national security. So I don't argue that. I don't argue that at all. But So he says the problem with NATO is we'll be there 100% for them, but will they be there for us? So
I can hear Ginger at your door.
Yeah, she's trying really hard to bust the door down. I don't know what the hell.
She must want in there. The tiny terrorist is probably annoying her. She's like, let me in here so I can lay with you. I got to get away from this petri dish.
So the only time that NATO has invoked Article 5 was right after 9/11. So when all nations agreed to support the response to the 9/11 terrorist attack. When we went and took a country for oil and weapons, check, got it. So
when they destroyed buildings and fucked everybody up over money that came up missing. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, according to Nigel Farage, the world would be a better place if the U.S. took over Greenland. He's a UK reform leader, so he says that it would be a better place. So UK is already backing it. But he doesn't want us to take it by force. So, but Jesus Christ, a big, beautiful piece of ice. There are days I can't stand hearing his voice. It's a big, beautiful piece of ice. It must be mine.
Piece of ice. That's mine. Look, when the sun hits it, it's gold.
It's shiny. It's shiny. Give it to me.
Yeah, he is such a troll. He trolls so bad.
Big, beautiful piece. But I can't stand. Just do your damn job.
I'll let him troll. It's the only fun he has. The rest of the time, he's dealing with.
Makes me wonder if he's sane. It makes me wonder if he's sane.
He is sane and very intelligent. He is just fucking a troll. He's probably the master of trolls right there.
He pledged not to take it by force, but didn't pledge to take it by financial pressure and coercion. Yeah, agreed. So, So the U.S. Marines, well, we talked about this the other day. They're gearing up for a mission up there, although this was planned. This is planned well in advance. 3,000 Marines stormed it, and 25,000 other personnel from dozens of countries for Operation Cold Response. We just happened to be up there. So
we were here first.
Yeah. I got a story about that too. Yeah. So anyhow. Yeah, we're already up there doing a mission and drill. It's funny. During 9/11, weren't they also doing training?
I think so.
Interesting. Timing. So there you go. We're up there with 25,000 other troops. And the NATO chief is telling the world leaders that Trump is right. So just give us Greenland. So the world will be a much safer place. So
yeah.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just, I don't know how I feel about us taking a country without. Maybe we should just like go in and do some shooting to say we took it by force. I don't know how I feel about it. Just going, this is ours.
Well, it sounds like NATO is just going to hand it over and say, "Come on."
No shots fired. It's just we need to go in and we need to blow something up and say it's ours.
I think all we got to do is show up, and the 37 people that were brought in from other countries will just say, "Fuck it."
I don't know how I feel about this. Trump says, without us right now, you'd be speaking German and Japanese, perhaps a little bit. The big, beautiful piece of ice.
Oh my God.
That's our territory. So, it's our big, beautiful piece of cheese. It's crazy.
Master troll. He is a evil genius.
Evil is, I'm beginning to worry about a key word in your speech there. So this board of peace, I talked about this yesterday. Well, it's growing, and he's demanding, the board of peace, this started from him talking about this last September. It's his plan to end the Gaza war, but now he's expanding it beyond Gaza and wants to tackle worldwide conflicts. The U.S. President will be the inaugural chairman of the board and tasked with promoting peace around the world and working to resolve conflicts, according to the charter draft. Remember, this is UN sanctioned. Member states would be limited to 3-year terms. They pay $1 billion each to fund the board's activities and earn permanent membership. The U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, former British Prime Minister Tony Blair, Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner's, will serve as the executive board, and he is the grand poobah, President Trump is. So 25 countries so far have accepted this. Some that we're kind of questionable about, including Russia, are being invited to this. So China has not said. They've been invited, but they have not said that they will.
I have a message. Okay,
from
look
who?
here.
Is it from
Look
Trump?
for me. Look at here, Trump. Fix fucking America.
Yeah.
Fix
Yeah,
us. Fix us. Please.
Oh.
You want us to be the stronghold? Well, we got to be fixed before everybody else.
I agree.
Knock it off, damn it.
Yeah.
Knock it off.
Yeah. France is not going to participate, apparently.
Good for them. I'm moving to France.
This is going to be we have a list of countries that have agreed. Most of the Middle East has agreed to this. Israel hasn't, because I guess Netanyahu's not got a seat at the table. He's just going to be a member. He's not going to be on the board.
No, that's because they're just going to get rid of Israel and put it back to Jerusalem.
So we already have, what did this say, 14 countries so far? That's 14 billion. Where does this money go? Who's got the money?
To fund them to be able to fly around and have fun in other countries. That's where it's going.
And Trump's the grand poobah of it. Jesus.
Poobah. Grand poobah.
He'll get a gold crown. I can't. While he's in
with a big golden globe.
They give him something. He'll get a, what is that thing they call it? They hold their hand and they stomp it down the golden rod, and he'll have a crown. So Trump is demanding. He is demanding that everyone sign it while they're there and contribute $1 billion.
Why not?
I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, maybe. Hang on.
He's just making a new UN that he's in charge of.
He did say we were going to make America rich again. Maybe that's how we're going to do it. We're going to take billions of dollars from these people, and he's going to put it back into America and make everybody rich.
I don't understand. What are we doing?
Equal
What are we
playing
doing?
ground. I don't know.
What are we doing?
I'm just talking shit.
Let's get me back to another story and be
Bobby.
Mama Dani is calling for abolishing ICE. He wants to abolish ICE in New York, at least the city.
Shut up, or he's going to get abolished in New
York.
He
was on The View, and the View. It didn't go exactly as the way The View really planned it out, because he said that he kind of had a bromance with President Trump, even though they disagree on many things.
A bromance.
And he called it a bromance. Those are his words, and that kind of upset the View. So, during his time there, he said that they need to abolish ICE. He wants he's on board, and he doesn't want him in New York City, but he has a bromance. Here's your boy, Ted Cruz.
Yeah, he's gonna get slapped.
He's getting the hell out of here. He's going to Laguna Beach. He's like
I said, he did this last time. The last time we got snowed in, boy, Abbott was so pissed because everybody was stuck here, and he was supposedly on some kind of vacation with his daughter. And it started
he's already been seen, Brenda.
So I guess this time
he's going to Laguna Beach.
This time he got it. Oh, is he? Well, good. I hope the homeless people poop on his towel when he gets up to go in the water.
Yeah. So, he's going to Laguna Beach. So, he can't blame his daughters for this one. So,
goofy bastard. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Oh, yeah,
Ted
he's
Cruz,
going
get
to.
your shit in line. What the
Yeah.
hell's wrong with you?
He's going to Laguna Beach to his resort home.
Hey,
Texas
they
is about to.
did separate our grid from everybody else and fixed it last time. So maybe he has faith in that nothing bad's going to happen. So he planned his vacation. Maybe it's just too cold for him.
I think he takes advice from Troy Aikman.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
So I think that's what happened. So. Jesse Waters, you know who he is, right?
I do.
Well, yesterday on his show, he apparently showed his stupidity because he said basically that the boats there had planned an American flag before, so it should be America's, right? We have boats there. And during his tirade on his show, he talked about the Louisiana Purchase, the Alaska, the Philippines, Marshall Islands, and he said the moon is ours because we've planted our flag there.
But we can't see the damn thing.
He says the moon is the United States because 7 astronauts have planted American flags.
Well, you know what? He's getting in on this whole, hey, that's mine. Hey, that's mine.
So we're gonna be able to. The moon is now ours. So there you go.
Well, the moon's ours too. Then
Jesus
the hell with
Christ.
it. Why not?
Don't worry, Brenda. I got another story that's gonna get you riled up here in a minute. Former NFL sideline reporter Michelle Tafoya, she is running for Senate as a Republican, and she's going to be running in Minnesota. So. She's announced her candidacy, so she's running for U.S. Senate and wants to get real results for Minnesotans. So she says it's in a crisis of leadership, and she needs to be a senator. So she's running for senator.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, Virginia. You voted for a moderate. Boy, that's not what you got. In 72 hours, she has set the state on fire. Taxes have all been raised substantially. Criminals are being let go. Money is being diverted to foreigners. Oh, Virginia. The Second Amendment, they're putting all kinds of limits on firearms, bans, taxes on ammunitions. Oh, Virginia, what did you do? Do? There are I could have a 2-hour show just on this her alone and what they put in Tuesday, and they have the keys to the entire fucking state. So Virginia, we have breaking news. We have lost Virginia. Virginia is no longer. It's gone. Yeah,
y'all
Tuesday they started putting all this in.
Shit.
Yeah, they're passing all kinds of constitutional amendments. 2 days in to undo. Oh, Virginia, what have you done? So one party rule, and she wants to kick ICE out. So yeah, and she's reducing HB 863. 863. Mandatory sentencing for rape, manslaughter, assaulting law enforcement, and violent repeat felons. It's all being repealed. Yeah.
My God.
She's taken away immunity for law enforcement. Yeah, that was already passed. Law enforcement didn't have total immunity, but had civil immunity. In other words, if a police officer did something and he wouldn't have to go through all this stuff, he would be immune from civil because he was, respondent superior. That still stood in Virginia, and she removed that.
Virginia police, we're hiring in Texas. Come on.
Yeah, they're gone. You ask who this woman is, Chris. What's funny? If you Google her name, there's a picture of her wearing a plastic bag on her head during speeches because she's afraid of the vid. Oh, Virginia.
Somebody should take it.
What have you done, Virginia? You have fallen. Virginia is gone. Oh, well, Macron. Do you know anything about Macron, Brenda?
I try not to.
Well, do you know why he wears glasses?
Probably because he's cockeyed.
No. Well, I mean,
doesn't
he
have
does.
an eye in one side.
No, he has two eyes. But I'm asking you, do you not know why? Do you know why? I'm being serious, actually.
No, I really don't.
So he has a problem with his retinas. And this has led many people to believe, because he's wearing Top Gun shades, reflective Top Gun shades.
Yeah.
Many people are wondering if he has lizard eyes.
I was just going to say,
that's a problem.
Reptilians have that problem.
Yeah. So do you know anything about this? I mean, is that
no? But if I get next to him, I can tell you, because I'll be able to smell him.
Well, okay. Well, I doubt you'll ever get close to the leader of France, but okay. Trump says, "Be careful, Macron is here."
Well, see, there I don't have to go there.
You can recognize him as the president with aviator glasses, and then Trump asked him if he could find some sober glasses. Yeah, Trump said he was sexy. Yeah, him and his reflector of time. Yeah, Jesus Christ, these people are up there. Do you know, Brenda? They have a group chat where they all talk. All the world leaders are in a group chat on Signal.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, they all have a group chat, and they have one without Trump in it, where apparently they talk when he goes off the rails amongst each other, and they have a plan. See, this just goes back to, this is the UK, France, Germany, Italy, all of these. They're all in a group chat on Signal. They're all buddies. It's just like the congressmen and the senators. They're all fucking buddies.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in on this shit. So yeah, they have their own little group chat where they go talk about Donnie. That's what they call him, Donnie. They can talk about Donnie when he goes off the rails. So,
oh God.
Well, apparently, breaking news: Trump has said that it will be done. In eviscerated. Lord, we'll have to read that headline in a minute.
We'll be done. What are we doing?
Remember when we talked about the Chagos Islands yesterday?
Yeah.
The little islands that apparently the UK owns, that they're giving back to their people.
Yeah.
Well, now the leaders of the Chagos Island have been humiliated. Have humiliated the prime minister. Do you know why?
Said you're full of shit.
No. They want America, and they offered to name an island after Trump.
They want America, and they'll name an island after Trump. Are they all drinking?
They don't want to be under UK rule.
Get drunk and decide.
They don't want to be under UK rule. They want to be under American rule. And if Trump will take them, they'll name an island after it.
Oh! I thought you meant they want. Never mind.
Can't make this shit up. So yeah. So apparently they're out on a humiliation tour, making fun of the UK rule. They want to be ruled by America, and they don't want they want to be under American sovereignty. And Trump takes them. They'll name an island after him.
The island of Trump. I could see it. The big, beautiful island named Trump.
Beautiful, yeah.
I cannot.
What
anymore.
world are we in? I mean, really, what world are we in?
I'm going to talk to my doctor and tell him.
Can you put me in
a coma for the next.
I don't understand what world we live in.
Wake me up later and let me know what happens.
Islands that are ruled by UK, they're trying to give them their own sovereignty and repopulate their island and give it back to them. And the leaders of the islands, tribesmen, whatever, they're people. I said, no thanks. We want America, and if Trump takes this, we'll name an island after him. What world do I live in? I can't. Big, beautiful island. He'll have one at the top of the world, and he'll have one at the bottom of the world that he can go.
You know what? Next on the list, Antarctica. We want it now.
When he's no longer president, he's the grand poobah of the peace board. He can fly to his own fucking island. I don't understand.
Oh
What
my
world do we live
God.
in? I don't understand. Yeah. I'm not going to play this video, but it's angry white women.
Of course it is.
Videoing ICE agents yelling at the black officers that they are race traitors.
What?
How does it feel to be a race traitor? They're yelling at black officers, calling them the N-word, not the black N-word, the German N-word, that they're race traitors to their... What world do I live in? Just tell me.
I don't know, I
and Minnesota is going to get worse tomorrow because Vice President Vance travel arrangements were leaked yesterday. He's going to Minnesota tomorrow and Thursday. So yeah.
Oh, watch, he'll pull a Trump and not show up on that plane, and
just he'll land and he'll put a Vance plane, a Vance flag down in snow and say this is Vance land. So
yeah, I'm taking it.
Mine, bitch, come and get it. I don't know what world you live in. Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Police Chief Mark Bruley has confirmed that ICE agents are going after off-duty police officers and are violating their rights during traffic stops. Now, I have a problem with this because I've seen the body cam. I've seen some of this.
True?
Well, they are apparently pulling people over, and when they pulled a female police officer over off duty, they asked her for identification. I already have a problem with that. I shouldn't need, as an American citizen, to provide my identification to prove I'm goddamn American. I already have a problem with that.
I don't know.
But now you got I have a problem with it. I don't think we should go door to door rounding people. No, we shouldn't do that. But anyhow, this police chief goes off and he says that they had their guns drawn on the agent. Yes, they did. But she had a weapon in visible sight, so that's for probably officer safety. And then they wanted to see her identification, and she didn't comply. She didn't tell them she was a police officer at first. She grabbed her phone, which, well, the guns got cocked at that point. You keep your hands where you can see them. They already see a weapon. There's already guns drawn. You're a police officer. You know this bullshit.
Right. That's right.
So then she started filming them and didn't want to give her information out. Finally, after a brief standoff, she identified herself as a police officer and provided police identification, as well as probably proved she was an American citizen. But the police chief has come out and said that they are targeting Minnesota police officers.
No, they're not.
I don't believe that is true, personally. But she did get stopped in a traffic stop. She did have a weapon in plain view. So, they're saying it was a violation of her civil rights as a U.S. citizen. I mean, I have a question about, they need to have probable cause for, first off, I have a problem with this altogether. You have to have, as a police officer, you have to have PC, probable cause, broken taillight, weaving. You have to have a probable cause to be pulled over by a local, state, city, whatever. Now we have federal officers going in, and they do have jurisdiction there. They're going in because of the airport and because of the border. They're going in and they're doing traffic stops and asking people to show their. I have a problem with that. That's not ICE's job. Now, granted, the Minnesota police aren't doing it. The Minneapolis police aren't doing it. But I have a problem with a federal officer stopping you to detain you because of your skin color or whatever. That was their PC, skin color. That is wrong. I got a problem with that. Sorry. First off, why is a federal officer doing a traffic stop? Second off, why are you being stopped because of the color of your skin and asking to see your papers? I have a real problem with that. Now, I'm on board with supporting a lot of things, but that I do not support. I don't support going door to door either. Now, if they're targeting an individual, they know Joe Blow is going to be in a white Toyota Camry at 1 o'clock coming out of the Starbucks. Go for it. You got him. because he's already been ordered out of the country. There's warrants, blah, blah, blah. But just a federal officer doing a traffic stop, I got a problem with. Sorry. I'm not gonna
I have a problem regardless what that police officer did, because that could have been done, one and over had she just said, here's my identification. And she also should know, you get stopped if she was in a different city or a different state and she had her weapon, you keep your hands visible and comply. That is, she should have done that. It would have been, here's my license, officer.
Would have been one and done. Yeah, it wouldn't have had guns drawn at you. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I agree.
So she was stupid for that. And if she would have gotten shot, I couldn't have blamed anybody. Because she did it to herself.
Yeah, and she has video of this. The body cams on the agents have. But my problem is, what was their probable cause for stopping her and detaining her? Her skin color. Well, but they can't. Brenda, they can't.
They don't.
They can't enforce traffic laws. They can't enforce traffic laws.
I don't know. Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
Federal government people, so.
So you're going down the road, anybody can just pull you over? No, And then when you're pulled over, they can't write them a citation because that's not their jurisdiction for that. They're not there for traffic. They're not there for.
Apparently, they didn't need to write her a citation, but she almost got her little ass arrested.
No, she did, and because it was handled improperly. But my point is, it shouldn't have happened to start with. The probable cause. What was their probable cause? They couldn't be a traffic citation.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, they could have been looking for somebody, like you said before, that was driving the same car.
Yeah, so no.
They pulled her over.
Come out and say that. Come out and say that afterwards. Afterwards, they just went in service and left. And they said that she was just temporarily distrained.
I'd have been really aggravated and not wanted to talk to anybody after dealing with that bullshit when all she had to do was identify herself.
Yeah. No, I agree. She handled it wrong.
Her ass.
She handled it wrong. If she didn't want to be detained by them, she should have called 911 and said, I'm being pulled over. And I don't believe they're local police officers. And a local police officer would have showed up. She could have done that. And that would have been fine too, because if you get pulled over by a police officer and you're not 100% sure of, are they a cop? Are they somebody pull me in? You have a right, pull to a safe place. Don't roll your windows down, turn on your lights, call 911. If they're a real cop, they're going to radio and go, hey, we got Emily Smith on the phone in that yellow Camry. She doesn't believe you're a real police officer. So that will at least defuse it a little bit. Right. But she didn't do that. She didn't do any of that. So, yes, I have a problem with the way she handled it, yes. But I also have a problem. What was their probable cause? They can't enforce. That's not their job to do. They're not there to enforce traffic laws. So if she did run a light or blah, 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 but because you look like somebody, I got a real problem with that.
Well, okay.
I'm a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white, fat Southern male. You could come up Germany. And say, exactly. You come up and you say, oh, well, you look like, that's why we stopped you.
But
so you stopped me because of what I look like. That is wrong. That is unconstitutional.
Now, hang on a minute. Now, listen. No. Listen for a minute.
I'm listening. You got your chance.
As much shit that they have been through because of all of this crap that has been going on, they're taking different precautions for safety reasons.
I'm not arguing that. And I will never argue officer safety. I will never argue.
Now, let's say they do, look, Glenn, if they do a soft, martial law, and they have checkpoints everywhere. When they have checkpoints, they have to, when you pull up, they got to check your ID. They got to let the dogs go around your cars, and then they let you go. Isn't that against your Constitution too?
Well, they suspend habeas corpus at that point under martial law. So that hasn't been, none of that's been declared. So my problem is you have a federal officer doing a traffic stop. It started wrong. It started wrong. They don't have jurisdiction. They should, of course, the locals aren't working with them. They should have a local police officer with them.
Yes.
Because but they have jurisdiction there because of the environment, because of the proximity to borders and airports. So they have jurisdiction there. They have bad people. Yes, they're looking. Get them. Get the bad people off the street. But I have a problem with a police officer of any. It doesn't matter if it's a city police, a constable pulling me over because I'm a white, blue-eyed, blonde-haired Southern guy, just pulling me over, and I'm down in Mississippi, and a black constable stops me. I have a problem with that. It's the same thing. She was a black female, and she was in an area that there's high Somalians, and they stopped her because of her skin color. I have a problem with that. I'm sorry.
Well, there may have been, but there may have been more to it. Okay. But then
tell us, take the mystery away from us. No, they just said they went in service. First off, why'd they go in service? But anyhow, they just left. DH said it. We just detained her to check her papers. Why? Oh, that's right. Because you were looking for a black female.
But okay, so what if they were, and they say, well, we were looking for somebody else? Does that not tip that person off?
I will give you that if you will give me the reasoning, but they don't say that. They just said, oh, we detained her to look at her papers.
Well, we were looking for...
That was the official response from DHS. We detained her to look at her papers.
Okay, so if they would have said... Well,
if they had said we saw her
who is in this area and has this kind of car, so we thought it was her. But if they did, then guess what? That illegal female is not going to drive that fucking car now, and she's going to try to get out of that area. So it's a damned if you do and a damned if you don't.
No. 99% of the time, this officer was the 1%. This would have been a non-issue. We would have never heard about it. But because it was a police officer, she went through her chain of command, and the chain of command is letting out there. Now we know about it. So this is the
Minnesota
1%, Brooklyn City in Minnesota. She's the one, or maybe the 0.01% of the people that are detained and checked regularly. You're missing my point.
But
if this had happened to me or you, nobody'd know about it.
No. And I wouldn't even
because
think about
they stopped a police officer, it's now an issue. And instead of come out and just saying, we just detained her to check her paperwork and blow it off, I think we need a probable cause you stopped her. I think we need a reasoning. I don't think the government should just be blowing it off and saying, because we can, is what they did, basically. That's pretty much what DHS's answer was. We detained her to check her paperwork, blah, blah, blah.
And
basically their answer was because we can. That's a bully with a gun.
And Minnesota has got so many people that are anti-ICE. So the reason why it got blown up and put out there is because it's Minnesota.
No. If that had happened in Knox County, Tennessee, the officer would have went through his chain of command, and they would have had it. At best, the sheriff would have called the local field agent and said, "Hey, what's the deal? Why'd you stop her?" At best.
Okay,
but he chose to go to the media. He chose a different route. He chose to go to the media because they blew him off and said, because we can. And that is wrong. That's unconstitutional.
If I was in charge of that police department, the first thing I would do is say, okay, yeah, why'd you stop her? The second thing I would have done was jumped her ass for not complying.
Oh, I would have done that as well. I would have done now would I have done it externally? No. In-house, yes, probably.
Yeah.
But see, this could all been handled because they just blew it off and said, because we can. But that's the problem. You can't.
Like I said, there's probably a lot more to it. Nobody knows.
Then give us more than just because we can. That's my problem. You're just stopping me because you can. You got a gun, you can stop me, you can detain me because you got a gun and a badge.
Maybe they will.
No, that's not exactly the way the Constitution works. It doesn't actually work that way. So,
Well, I know.
Nothing has been suspended. They don't have declared any insurrection. They haven't declared martial law. So basically, my thing is she was probably less than 1%. She was probably the 0.1% of people that could have stopped, and this wouldn't have been an issue. But since it was an issue, and since they knew it was going to be an issue because local police and leaders have had a problem with them, they should have addressed it instead of basically just saying, because we can, and blow it off. That's my issue with this, because that's not an answer. That's a bully with a gun. Now, I'm not arguing they shouldn't be out there and they shouldn't be enforcing laws. You're not going to get me on that. But you need a reason to stop and detain someone. That's my reason. And not because you can.
You're also that big time paramedic that said that if you had to be in an ambulance with somebody with a snake wrapped in a bag because they're stuck on their foot, you wouldn't do it. No,
it's my ambulance. I have that right.
Okay. Well, sometimes.
But then again, no, I have that right. But because it's my box. I'm in command of that vehicle. So yeah, I have that right. But I also have a right to say, somebody fix this. So
well, no, you didn't hit my foot.
No. So axe something. All right, we ran out of time. We're way over because I'm bitching at you because I believe in the Constitution and I believe in any probable cause. So, all right, so I don't know, hell, the world could be blowing up. We don't know. I'm still bitching at you over a cop in Ohio or Minnesota, wherever the hell it is. So, all right, well, we're gonna get out of here. I don't know what all we missed some stuff. So tomorrow, well, we may be here depending upon the weather. So we may be here. I will definitely be doing the Thin Line Rock Station tomorrow from noon until 2, www.thinlinerockstation.com, and listen to me playing some hits. If you got a record suggestion or an album suggestion or a song suggestion, shoot it to me. Chris has, and I've played it for him in the past. So I'll definitely be doing that. So
if our stuff goes out between now and that time, which probably won't, between now and Friday, tomorrow, I will definitely. Oh wait, tomorrow's only Wednesday, right? No, Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay, so let's see. We're supposed to hit a storm tomorrow, starting around noon. So if anything happens between then, I will get a hold of you on the phone.
Yeah. Well, and it'll be posted on Facebook, and I'm sure the radio stations will post it out. So you can go to social media. We have the Sportcat Gazette, Daily Gazette Facebook group. Of course, you can find me on X and on Facebook. So I don't think it's going to be an issue, but we'll wait and see. Maybe, I don't know. And Chris, I forgot. I was getting to that. Yes, I do have a show tonight. I have a NASA astronaut that is turned science fiction author, and then I have another author. So I have two authors on tonight. It'll be me and Harley. Jen is sick. Well, her and her kids are all sick, so she won't be on with me tonight. But it'll be me and Harley.
Your petri dishes.
You know, I didn't. Oh, no, never mind. I can say anything. Anyhow, so we'll be here Eastern time, 9 p.m. to 11 on the Sportcat Show, interviewing two authors. And then you can catch me tomorrow from noon till 2 on the Thin Line Rock Station. More than likely, we'll have a show tomorrow. But I just want everybody to be prepared. If Brenda loses power or something, we'll go from there and see what happens. And they may come arrest me because I'm questioning their motives. So. Everybody, we ran way over. Sportcat Daily Gazette, we're out of here. I'll be back tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. And we don't know. We'll talk to you soon. Everybody have a great day, great morning. We will see you soon. Sportcat.
Let's go out dancing, everybody. Let's go out dancing.
I can't get this song out of my head. Thank you, Monster Mike, for the song.
Sportcats Gazette, it's the chaos we sing. Sportcats Gazette, don't bunker tonight. We're riding the headlines with laughter and light. No prepping for doom, day.